Okay. So now I want to show you how to read the market. To read this market, you just go on Binance or Huobi and you look at the market. Okay. Plus we are trading spot market. Okay. Like I showed you, you just come here. You come here and see the markets. You tap on that market. Then you come here, look for spot. You tap on spot. Then you tap on USDT pairs. For us, we are trading USDT. Okay. Now I'm going to give you just a brief overview of the market and how it works. Okay. How you know whether it is going up or it's going down. So it is, for this example, we are going to use BTC. Okay. BTC. Exactly. Now, on the market, you see very many people who are buying and selling. Okay. These are buy orders. These are sell orders. Even if you come here and click buy, okay, your orders will be recorded in the order book. And this is the order book. These are people's order. This one wants to buy 26 Bitcoin. And wants to buy 28 at this price. This one wants to sell his 306 Bitcoins at this price. So people come here to either buy or to sell, like how any other market is. But if the amount of buyers are more than the number of sellers, the market goes up. The demand is higher than the supply. But if the supply, very many people want to sell off and very few people want to buy, that means that the demand, okay, is lower than the supply. That makes the price to go down, like how any other market works. Okay, and now to sum up this, okay, because these are very many orders, every minute there is someone. By the way, every microsecond there is an order being placed. Now our robots also come here and press for us orders. They press for us buy orders. They press for us sell orders. Okay, this is the market. This is where exactly the robot participates. And Binance has a system which detects this person is selling at this price and this other person is selling at this price. If the price you're selling at, okay, fits the price at which someone is buying, of course, your money is transferred, okay, to the other one who is selling, and you get your Bitcoin. That's how Binance does it. Of course, at a fee, okay, but you shall not go much into those fees. So, because there are very many orders, Binance does that. Okay, it does millions of transactions every second. So at the end of the day, Binance will print for us, okay, depending on the transaction that it has made. Okay, it will print for us a bar showing us how the trades, how the transactions have happened in that time frame. So it can either be, okay, a day, or it can be an hour, or it can be an hour or 4 hours or a day. So it gives us a time frame, or even a month, or even a week. What has happened, how it compiles all the transactions of that week, and it shows us how it all went. As the prices going down, as in this I mean, were the sellers more than the buyers, or the price has gone up? In this I mean, have the buyers been stronger than the sellers? So for this training, we shall focus on a one-day chart. Okay, I'll choose one day. In this I mean, every candle will be representing one day. Let me just do it right now. I choose one day chart. In this I mean, every candle here will be representing one day. Okay, this is a one-day candle. this is another day, this is another day, this is another day, this was another day, this is another day. Okay, so, and when you look closely, you will see two kinds of bars. Okay, these are bars, but you see two kinds of bars. You see a green bar and red bars, a green and red bar. Okay, with some when I was starting, we used to call them tails. With the tail, some with the tail going, a long tail up, a long tail down. We call them wicks, okay? Like how any candle. We call these candlesticks, okay? That's the right word, not bars, but they are candlesticks with a wick. It can have a wick up, a wick down. So this, if you learn how and if you can understand what this means, you will know how to trade. Every trader knows what these candlesticks mean. And this is the language you need to understand. This is the language our robot understands, and it analyzes depending on this. So if you can learn how to analyze and you understand this language, you're going to make unlimited amount of money in this business. And when you get this skill, you'll be unstoppable. Okay, it is a skill that can give you freedom. It's a skill that can make you super rich, and you never lack. Okay, now I want us to focus on, first of all, on this candle, and then we shall also focus on this candle. Okay, on a red and a what? Red and a red candle and a green candle. So focusing on this one, I want you to have a look at this closely. There is this point, then this point, then this point, and this point. Now, the price started another day. This day we are talking about, when the other day stopped, like this was a previous day, and then we got to this day. So the prices started at the close of the other day. So meaning this other day was opening. So we call that point open. So I can find out what was the price. Okay, Binance can tell me that at that price was, let's say Bitcoin was at 20 something. Okay, then the price that day dropped, meaning sellers were many that day and they sold off, and then they even reached this point, this price. So we call that a low. Okay, that was a low. And then these guys, the buyers realize, hey, the Bitcoin is low. Wow. Everyone wanted to buy at that price. And then because the demand was high at that price, the price of Bitcoin that day was pushed. Okay, it even reached this level, this point. We call that the high of the day. It hit up to that level. But let alone, many people were waiting to sell their Bitcoin when the prices were at that level. So at that point, the sellers were very many. They sold off, then they overpowered a little bit the buyers, and then they pushed this price at this level. So by the end of that day, we closed the day when the prices were at that point. So we call that the close. Now watch closely. On that day, the open, I think we started the day at this price, but we ended the day when the price of Bitcoin was at that level. That means the open was higher than the close. Okay, so we generalize that day, that day the price moved up. We had the bulls in this, the bull, I mean, the bulls, they are sellers. No, those are buyers. Okay? The bulls, the people who were buying Bitcoin were strong. So they pushed the Bitcoin up. So by the end of the day, the Bitcoin went up. So we call that bullish. Bullish. Okay, it was a bullish day. Then see, watch closely. Okay, we had another day. Like I said, we are going to focus on this other ready candle, this ready candle. So on that ready candle, watch closely. We started the day, okay, by closing the previous day. This was the previous day. Okay, this was the previous day. That day closed when the Bitcoin was at this level. When the Bitcoin was at that level. So this day started like that. Bitcoin was at that level. So we call that the open. The close of the previous day becomes the open of the new day. Then on this day, the Bitcoin was pushed up. Okay, it went up, even reached this level at 22. Okay, this, that becomes the high. But man, very many people were willing to sell their Bitcoin at that price because that was a good price for them. That means at that point, there were very many sellers. So they pushed this market to pushed it down to this level. We call that the low. You get the point? But again, buyers realize that, hey man, this price is very good for you to what? To buy. The Bitcoin is cheap. Let us buy. So they bought of Bitcoin. Yes, although this candle has not yet closed, but if let us assume that it has already closed, we shall say it got a close here. Okay. That means in case this happens, what happens? The open is higher than the close. You get the point? We are assuming that this candle has closed, but this is how the day has been. Okay. By the way, this one is showing us what has happened today. Okay. I can come and see the Bitcoin started the day. Okay. How do I know the real price? I just tap. You just tap in this screen. Binance will bring you a cursor, and then it will you just get that line. It started the day when the price was $24,300. Okay, $24,305 each Bitcoin. Then Bitcoin was pushed up. Okay, it will even for today the Bitcoin has gone up to $25,209 per Bitcoin. Then sellers pushed this Bitcoin up to this level down 23, okay, thousand. But then later buyers came in, and so far they have pushed it up here. Okay, the current price is now $24,078 per Bitcoin. So in case we get a close here, okay, the day closes there, we say yes, we moved up, but generally the open, okay, which was $24,300 per Bitcoin, was higher than the close. Okay, we say that day, okay, in case we get a close like that, we say, hey, today the Bitcoin went down. Okay, it was a bearish. We call that bearish. Bearish comes from an animal called a bear. A bear fights when it is pointing downwards. It pushes. If the bear is pushing you, it fights you, pushing you down. Then a bull, bullish. It comes from the word bull. If a bull is fighting, it uses its horns, pushing you up like this. So if we see the price has gone up, it means the bulls have pushed it up. So that means it was a bullish day. Then if we see the bulls, okay, the bears, if we see the price has gone down, we see it was a bearish day because it was fought. The people who were pushing it down, I mean the sellers, okay, overcame the buyers. We call it a bearish day. So, but we can't know until the price closes, okay? Now, when does a day open? When does the day close? At exactly 9 a.m. Okay? No, not 9 a.m. 3 a.m. Okay? And a day closes and another one opens very early in the morning, just after midnight. Okay? 3 hours beyond midnight here in Uganda. That's when the day opens and the day closes. So it's something like 4 hours from now, we shall get a close. Okay, and then we know what has happened today. Okay, so as a small recap, okay, I want us to see what happened. Okay, just okay. I want every one of us to participate here. You just unmute your microphone and you tell me what happened. This day, what happened? You just unmute your microphone and tell me what happened that day. What happened that day?
Doctor, that day the buyers overtook the sellers.
The buyers overtook the sellers. The Bitcoin.
So it was a bullish day.
It was a bullish day, wonderful. The Bitcoin opened when the price was here. Yes, it was pushed a little bit below, but man, the buyers were many. They pushed this Bitcoin up to this level. Okay, yes, very many people were willing to sell at this level, pushing it a little bit low. Okay, we got a close here. But when I see the open and the close, I realize that we close at a higher price than the open. So the bulls were strong. So we call it bullish day. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Madam Harriet. Then I want us to look at this. So can someone tell me what happened on this day?
Yeah, the sellers overtook the buyers, so it was bearish.
The sellers overtook the buyers, so the day was
bearish.
Was bearish. Okay, and this we mean we opened the day at this price. The day started when the Bitcoin was at this price. Then yes, the buyer, the sellers pushed it up to this level. Are you getting? No, that was not open. Remember, this was a previous day. That day closed at this level. Are you getting me? So meaning we started this new day at this. This was the open. And then yes, the buyers tried to push it up to this level. But man, very many people were willing to sell at this level. They sold this Bitcoin, pushing it this level. Okay, the low. But let alone very many people are willing to buy at this point. So they pushed the Bitcoin a little bit up, and then we closed the day when the Bitcoin was at that level. So when I look at the open of that day and the close of that day, I realize that the open was higher than the close. That means we closed the day when the price was lower than the price we started the day with. So we call that a bearish day. Okay, the Bitcoin went down that day. So if you can only learn that, Let's try just one more. Okay. What happened on this day? On this day, what happened? What happened that day? Can someone tell me? What happened that day? This day, can someone tell me what happened? As a recap, and then we end this training for tonight. What happened there? What happened that day, guys? Can someone tell me?
Okay, that day it was a bearish market. It was a bearish day because the seller overtook a bearish day.
The sellers overtook. The sellers were in control. Remember, we opened that day at the close of the previous day. So this was the previous day, and then that day closed at that point. So we got our open here. We opened here. Yes, the buyers tried to push the market a little bit up at that point, the high, but man, very many people were willing to sell off their Bitcoin at that price, pushing the price to go deep. You get it went up to this level of 20s, okay, the low. Then this price was good. Very many people were willing to buy at that price, pushing the price to go up. But still, we had a close. I see a close just below the open. Okay, so we the price at which we opened the day, okay, was higher than the price at which we closed the day, meaning it was the price went a little bit down that day, but still it went down. We opened it, we started the day at a higher price, we closed the day at a lower price. That means the day was bearish. So as an assignment, ladies and gentlemen, you go to your charts, okay? You go to your charts and then you identify. I want you to identify different time frames. You can go and have a look at the four hours, okay? And then you see what's happening in the 4 hours. You see the 1 hour. You can even have a look at 1 month and you see what's happening. Okay, 1 week, you see what's happening. Like this is a chart for 1 week. Like in the last month, Bitcoin. What happened last month, ladies and gentlemen? What happened last month? Because this is a kind of last month. What happened last month?
Looks like the buyers were in control.
The buyers were in control. We started the month when the Bitcoin was at this price. The sellers tried to push it down here, but man, very many people are willing to buy. Then they pushed the price up here. Although very many people, some people wanted to sell at that price, pushing the price a little bit below. But we opened, okay, the open and then the close. You realize that the open was lower than the close. Okay, so the price went up. The Bitcoin went up. Okay, and we made a lot of money last month simply because the Bitcoin was going up. Even this month, so far, when you look at this month's chart, so far we are showing up movement. But you can realize Bitcoin has for 3 consecutive months, Bitcoin was going down, 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 down. That's why previously people are not making good money simply because the Bitcoin was going down. So in this case, when you know how to read the market, you know what's happening in the market, you know, why am I making this money now? Why am I not making much money now? And what's happening on the market. So for now, I can see how best. I have a few questions, and then we call it a day.